In all of my years of marketing online, the biggest problem that's been presented to me is how to get traffic. But not only how to get traffic, but how to get good quality traffic that actually converts to actions that you want people to take. So what I've done is I've taken my 15 years of experience, extensive amounts of testing and money that's gone into those tests, and in providing done-for-you traffic packages for ending the confusion, for your referral links. So quite frankly, all you really need to do is buy into the traffic co-ops, and I will run traffic for you. So let's talk about the details of this program. There is a $500 buy-in, and you can buy as many spots as you want. If you want to buy $5,000 worth of traffic, that's fine too. But the minimum buy-in is $500. The more participation that we have in the co-op, the better my negotiation on direct buys are or is on personal buys. So here are the traffic sources that I will be using, and more to come as time passes. The best success that I have right now are with private ad brokers. These are people selling me inventory on their sites directly. I'm not using a real-time bidding platform like SiteScout. In this particular situation, I have actual ad buyers that I'm using. We develop the creative, we run it, and we buy on a per-click basis. So that's the most effective traffic sources that I'm using right now. We'll also be using pay-per-click, mainly Facebook and 7Search. With our Facebook strategy, we are going to be finding groups and pages that are most appropriate to the type of promotion that we're doing. We'll be using scraping technology to pull the UIDs of the active people on those fan pages and in those groups, and then we'll be converting those into email addresses, and we'll be running traffic directly to those people. So this isn't a big shotgun approach to Facebook advertising. It's very specific. And then 7Search, the clicks are cheap. The inventory is decent, so we'll be using that quite extensively. In my previous testing, Google and Bing, they don't really care for the MLM network marketing style promotions, so I'll have to be a little creative on that. We also have cloaking technology that allows us to run some traffic to those, not to the extent that I would like, but it allows us to get by some of the reviewers and drive some traffic that way. Of course, this will be run through my account, so you have nothing to worry about in that regard. Solo ads. I also deal with a couple of decent providers with good inventory. Of the hundreds, if not thousands, of solo ad providers, 99.9% of them are crap. I'm just going to call it out like it is. But there are a few decent ones, and those I do have their contact. I have used them in the past, and I've had success with them. So we will be running some solo ads too. And then email brokers. We'll be using companies such as Dedicated Emails. We'll be going direct to Newsmax, and we'll be looking at Archamax to find some other list brokers to play with and test. I'm not a big fan of doing this with your money first. I want to test most of these sources with my money before we run your money to it, because again, a lot of the sources are they're poor. So I want to ensure that if any money is lost, it's done with my money first. Then SiteScout, and I mentioned this earlier. It's very similar to the ad buyers, but we're using a real-time bidding platform with this. We can go to different sites and bid direct. So we will be using that to some extent. I have had some success with SiteScout, so we'll be utilizing that. We're also going to be utilizing a technology called retargeting. We'll be using Perfect Audience for retargeting. In its simplest form, retargeting is simply an online autoresponder. It allows us to follow around the prospect and have multiple touches with that prospect. It's great for branding. It's great for for awareness. We're able to change our message as they continue through our online funnel with retargeting. So we'll be using that to bring people back into the site. And then let me talk about what you're going to get specifically. You're going to get an opt-in page on endingtheconfusion.com. This opt-in is going to redirect to your referral ID after somebody does opt-in. So what I've done is I've created a report called the MLM loophole. We have a very specific landing page, very simple landing page that is nothing more than a headline and a downloading the free report. So once somebody opts in, they'll be redirected to your referral ID that's given to you in the recruiting dashboard of Ending the Confusion. Following that, if they don't register, hopefully they'll register right then and there. We'll make a fairly compelling argument for them to do so. and get them immediately into the site. But if not, we will have autoresponders that will also be tagged with your referral ID that will bring people back to the site and get them to register eventually. And then, of course, as I mentioned, we do have the MLM loophole report. That's going to be branded with your ID as well. So any links in the MLM loophole will be you will be using your referral ID too. And then we'll be driving traffic specifically to your MLM loophole page using the traffic sources that we discussed earlier. So the reason why we're doing this on an individual basis like this is to increase conversions. We're not able to do it on the main site and then track everybody referrals ID through the autoresponder sequence. So this is a very customized solution just for you. Now realize, because this is customized, traffic's not going to start the day that you submit your order into the co-op. It'll probably take 1 to 2 weeks for the team to customize everything in the system. So just be aware of that. But it will come and it will stay up for you. So here's the other big interesting thing about this is that this is your page. So after I'm done sending traffic to it, if you want to continue to send traffic to it, by all means you can, and it's going to be a much more effective sales process than what people are going to generally get on the front of ending the confusion. So you'll have that at your disposal. So the next step is below this video. You're going to see a PayPal order link. Go ahead and fill that out. Complete the order, and once we get that, somebody from our team will be in contact with you, just to give you a timeline, to set some expectations when you will be receiving your traffic. So if you haven't heard from us, say within 24 to 48 hours, by all means, just submit a support ticket. Just say, hey, Keith, I ordered into the co-op, but I haven't heard anything from you. Chad, our support guy, will contact you shortly and let you know everything at that point. And in advance, if we don't contact you proactively at first, then I apologize. But we are going to talk to you before we run your traffic, so just be aware of that. So with that being said, go ahead and order, and I will see you in the co-op.